Hello, sports fans. So let's talk about statistics which are used in deplorable ways by this administration. And the latest one is, among others, that the Department of Homeland Security announced in August that attacks on ICE officers has increased 1,000%. That sounds horribly significant. The problem is with the statistic. There are a number of problems that have been identified, many of them from The Guardian, which is an independent publication, in an article that they produced on September 17th, 2025. Let's start with, first of all, the definition of what constitutes an attack. Kristi Noem, the Homeland Security Secretary, and this is an actual quote, says that an attack is anything that threatens DHS agents and their safety. It is doxing them, it is videotaping them where they're at. So let's talk about that definition. Number one, videotaping is somehow an attack. Based on what? How is that an assault? It does not interfere with an arrest. It's legal, or at least it still is. We'll see about the future. Number two, members of Congress have been arrested and charged with, quote, assaulting ICE agents when caught in a scrum, jostled by ICE agents when they're acting legally to carry out their oversight responsibilities at detention centers. Subsequently, those charges in almost all cases were dropped because they couldn't make the case. Number three, assault charges often are made when Hispanics are arrested by black-clothed, fully masked, mostly burly men leaping out of black vans without warrants or visible identification, and the victim, fights back because they think they might be kidnapped. So how is that an assault? Now, there are no data sets published for independent verification of this 1,000% statistic. So it is very likely that it's simply manufactured. They simply made it up. How did they arrive at the statistic? Let me give you another example. No baseline is provided for the 1,000% increase. So, example, let's say there were 2 assaults on ICE agents and it increased to 22. Well, that's an alarming percentage increase, but it's minuscule in terms of the number of actual attacks. The number of ICE agents that have suffered serious injury has not been identified. So these so-called assaults, did they in fact result in serious injury to ICE agents? We have no statistics that indicate that. When pressed, DHS officials included as an assault, and this is a direct quote from DHS, trash dumped on an agent's lawn, profanity-laced signs naming an agent, and a threat such as, nobody can escape karma, not even you. None of those, I think, qualify as an assault, and I don't think most rational and reasonable Americans would think that any of that is really an assault. So what is my conclusion? My conclusion is very simple. This statistic is bogus. If you appreciate these videos, please subscribe to them. Thanks.